Hello friends, welcome to Akul Mac Live. My name is Chandrakant, and today I want to discuss something about rain harvesting, and it is a hot topic nowadays, especially when the drinking water has become so scarce, and people want to basically plan or install the rainwater harvesting system in their homes. The biggest confusion is, first of all, we need to know exactly what is the capacity of the water tanks or water storage we need, how much rain we can harvest, and what is our daily utilization. So I think these are certain questions which are very basic in nature. But before we start planning a harvesting system, we need to also plan that entire capacity, and also how we can actually recycle the water in order to maximize its usage. So this is exactly what we discussed today. Before we start our discussion, a word on our giveaway. We have some unique Akulmac memorabilia which will make you look outstanding. The graphics on these corporate gifts are based on the global best business practices. To become recipient of one of these gifts for free, you have to watch this video till the end and provide your valuable comments. Or you can also share your experiences. The person who makes the best comment would be chosen to become a recipient of these beautiful Akulmac gift, absolutely free, delivered to your doorsteps. The winner would also get a chance to be invited live as a distinguished panelist during our next video. What are you waiting for, friends? Please subscribe Akulmac and smash that like button. Now let's get back to our discussion. Friends, today I will be sharing the mathematical formula of making your own rainwater harvesting system. Before you even embark on a project of building one for your home or for your outhouse or your farmhouse, you need to know these basic things, and I will draw your attention to these basic calculations which are very simple in nature. First of all, we need to understand the area of our roof which will be used for collecting the rainwater. And it's a simple calculation. The area of the roof which will be used for collecting rainwater can be determined by just multiplying length and the width of the roof. However, in order to calculate the water, we need additional parameter, and those additional parameter would be like the how much water we can get out of this roof. So for a simplified equation, I have given the height of 100 centimeters. Now, what is this 100 centimeters? 100 centimeters is the amount of rain that happens in your region annually. Now, this information you can get it if you go to the Met department in your area. This type of information is readily published, and you can pick that up. So you have to know how much rain occurs on annual basis, and how much water you can collect using the size of the roof that you have. So in this example, I am showing you the length of this particular house is in centimeters 2000, which is 20 meters, and 10 meters as a width of the roof. And in this area, there is a 1 meter of rain that happens every year. So if we create a imaginary cuboid, that amount of water that will be stored after falling on the earth, on the roof, is this the cuboid which is in yellow line. And if we apply the simple mathematics, coming out with the volume of this yellow cuboid, it comes to about 200,000 liters. Why? Because I am also showing that 1 liter is 10 centimeter by 10 centimeter by 10 centimeter. That is a measure of 1 liter. So in this cuboid, at the rate of 1 meter of rain annually, this roof can collect 200,000 liter of water for you. Now, we don't have to build a facility for storing 200,000 liter of water, because we have to go for one more calculation which is based on the peak rain in your region. That information also you can get it from the Met Department office. And let's say if the peak rain in any season, any year, is 30 centimeter, that means one rain which is like very very heavy, very torrential in nature. So that information is also published. And let's say for simplicity, for our example, the peak rain, one rain which lasts for 3 days or 4 days or 5 days, will give a yield of 30 centimeters of rain. So if we calculate that, then it comes to about 60,000 liters. So now it is determined that annually your roof, which is of this size, can give you 200,000 liters of water annually, considering all types of rains throughout the year. And on a particular day when there is a very heavy torrential rain, the peak is 60,000 liters of water you can capture. So this information will guide you to prepare your next steps, which is making sure that you have the storage tank, the right storage tank. And this gives rise to the amount of water you will get on annual basis. So if you apply using this example, you're getting something like 550 liters per day. So if you have a storage tank of 60,000 liters, that means you can store one particular rain which is very heavy, and you will not allow even a single drop from your roof to go waste. You store the entire amount, but you don't have to basically store capacity of 200,000 liters, simply because you will be using this water also. You will not only be storing it. So although you have the peak capacity of 60,000 liters, but since you will be using this water also, then this tank will get empty and then get refilled by future rains. So this is why this calculation is very very important. Everyone who's thinking of installing a rainwater harvesting system must do this basic math, so that they know exactly what is the type of tank, how many tanks they want to put, what should be the capacity of the storage tank, and how many people live in that house. So I will come to that. Roughly about, if there is 4 people in the house, roughly one person on an average takes about 100 liters. Certain countries data shows that they take more water, and there are certain countries who take less water. But I have taken the average of 100 liters per day. Roughly about 8 to 15 liters is basically consumed as fresh water or cooking, etc. Rest of the water is consumed in the form of washing clothes or your sanitary requirements, your toiletry requirements, etc. So on an average, 100 liter per day is a consumption of a normal human being. You need 100 liter water, whatever the case may be, on an average. So if there is a family of 4 living in this example, the house that we have taken, um, so you are consuming 400 liters of water every day. And if we apply that into annual, if we convert that into annual figure, you can straight away see that in our area, where the rain is about a meter every year, we are actually consuming less water than we are getting from the rain. So this shows that there is so much water coming in the rain. We don't have to depend or take any water from the municipal water supply. We can straight away survive on simply on rainwater if we have done adequate planning to store it and to use it. Now I think one of the key factor here is to optimize this water also. We can further recycle the kitchen waste and the bathroom waste in the form of grey water. Now, what is the grey water? Grey water is basically used once, but it is not. It can be further used in things like your toilets, and if you use proper soap, biodegradable soap, you can use that water to water your plants also. Or if you have an open area, you can use it for washing outside area and things like that. Instead of using the fresh water to do all these activities, you can start using grey water, and therefore you can recycle this water into and save that. So roughly if you save 50% of the water in the form of grey water, you need to basically store that water into a gray water tank. So this is how your planning looks like now. If you have a roof of 10 by 20 meters and your rainfall of 1 meter annually, then you need a tank of 60,000 liters to store the rainwater throughout the year. Whatever the case may be, you can use up to 400 liters of water, and up to 200 liters of water daily you can recycle as gray water. And this way you can further optimize your water, and now you can see straight away that the rain is giving so much water to you, uh, more than what you can consume. And there is no need for the water to be taken from the municipal corporation water supply. You can probably start giving them back, and this will be a great benefit to you, because you can save a lot of cost. You don't have to pay for water. You can get the water for free from the atmosphere in the form of rain. You can collect it, you can purify it, you can drink it, you can cook it, you can bathe in it, you can wash your clothes. You can also recycle it in the form of gray water. You can water your plants uh, by changing your habits, not using usual soap, but if you use biodegradable soaps and washing powders, you can water that simply without any harm to nature, and you can water your plants. You can probably do one more cleaning process, and you can probably use it for washing your car also. So this way you can 100% survive on the rainwater by doing this calculation. Friends, I thought I will bring this simple math to you to give you idea, to give you inspiration, uh, to start thinking of installing a rainwater system in your homes. Because as we proceed towards the future, the rainwater, the water itself will be more and more scarce. So we need to get the rainwater system installed in our house. Uh, I trust you will find this information useful. If you do find it useful, or if not, in either case, do write to me, do engage with me. Based on your comment, I will actually include you live in my next show. I like to say goodbye until then.